it's Kyshira here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome back to our 2022 planning series. Thus far on this channel, we've talked about how to design your life, how to create your business plan, and today we're going to talk about tools, apps, and just other things that I like to use that I definitely recommend to you for maintaining your goals and vision for 2022. I will say the bulk of the things I'm going to talk about are for entrepreneurs, business owners, or those with a side hustle. So if you're interested in the tools that I use to stay on track, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and keep on watching. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kyshira. I am a certified business, life, and success coach. And it's funny because I always change it up because I feel like I'm certified in so many things. But you know what? It's time to flex. I have all my certifications, okay? And I specialize in working with women in the online space who want to grow their online course and coaching businesses with organic marketing and fully step into their role as CEO. And you can learn all about me in the links down in the description box. So today we're talking about, again, tools that I recommend you use, that I personally use to stay on track. One of the first tools I want to share with you is a tool I talked about in the Design Your Life video, which is my vision board. I know vision boards are talked about all the time, but I'd be remiss if I did not talk about mine. As I mentioned in that video, my vision board is literally at eye level next to my bed. When I turn around and get out of bed, it's the first thing that I see every single day. It has my goals right in the middle of it. I actually use two mini poster boards, the ones you can get at Walmart that are like glittery and they're like this big, and I use two of them and basically just put them on top of each other, like to have all of my stuff there. But I like to have those, and I even write my affirmations on post-it notes that correspond with not just my goals but how I want to feel, and those are in my bathroom, being Mary Jane style. If you watch that show, let me know down in the comments. But I like to keep that up because I'm a visual person, right? For some of you, if you're not visual, you can definitely have your own substitution. But for me, the visual aid serves as a really great reminder, especially if you're like really overwhelmed, you're really stressed, you're just kind of out of it. It's easy to just forget the bigger picture. So having that visual representation along with my affirmations really big and in my face just helps me to get centered. It's not, an instant fix, but it definitely is a mood booster. So I definitely recommend creating a vision board, either old school pen and paper, maybe in Canva and Pinterest, whatever you want, whatever works for you. But this is the way that it works for me. So the vision board on a daily basis very much helps me to stay on track with my goals. Next thing I want to talk about, interestingly enough, is actually YouTube. So if you didn't know, you can have playlists on YouTube. I have several public playlists of my videos and things like that, but you can also have private playlists, which I have a lot of as well. And I actually have a playlist called Motivation, and on this playlist is where I add videos that pump me up and inspire me. It's a lot of Abraham Hicks. It may be like celebrity interviews, like some of my favorites, Will Smith, Denzel, Beyonce, even some Nicki Minaj in there, of like them talking about their journeys and obstacles they overcame. Jim Carrey is another that I really like. So anytime I come across a video where I feel like listening to it, even if it's long, like really inspires me, I added to that playlist. I even have a very old video, it's like an hour long on there, that somebody posted that's public, where they interviewed Myleik Teele, who I still really enjoy following, even though I've been following her for years, since I was an undergrad. And like that's a long video, but I'll just have it playing in the background. So I recommend creating some kind of like motivational playlist where you're hearing people talk about their stories. So not just the music one, because I feel like we all kind of have like our go-to music playlist, which I have one on Apple Music. I don't know how you find me on Apple Music. I don't even know how to share a link on Apple Music, but one of my friends asked me if I had a playlist, and I told her yeah, she was able to find it. So I have a playlist called Vibrate Higher on Apple Music with some of my favorite songs that get me like in the zone. But for this is very intentional with YouTube because it's just different hearing people's stories or hearing people that you admire talk about overcoming some of the things that you've gone through. So I highly recommend creating something like this for yourself. You can keep it private, you can make it public, you can do whatever you want. But just try it out and let me know how it goes. Switching gears a little bit from like motivation and things like that to getting a little bit more tactical, the next thing that I like to use to keep up with my goals and stay on track is a planner. Now, if you are have been around for my channel for a while, y'all know I love a physical planner. This is actually my personal planner, not my business one. My business one is a bit bigger than this, but very similar cover. This is the Louis Vuitton, what is this, the MM? Yeah, this is the MM size, and I use the GM size for my large planner. But I love a paper planner, y'all. Like, I have so many videos on how I set this up, how I set up my business planner. Please check those out. I have videos reviewing spiral bound planners and a bunch of other planners. You can check out my Planner Girl playlist if you are interested. But this has changed the game for me. There's just nothing like paper and pen to me. I love being able to sit down and really write things out, being able to decorate my planner. Like, it's just something for me, and I would challenge you to figure out what that is for you. So if it's not old school paper and pen, try digital planning, try planning with your iPad, try planning with tools like Trello or whatever. Figure out what works for you. I know this is what works for me. But have something, right? Something, some tool, some app, something like Notion. Like, there's so many options, right? Where you can very much go in and document your goals, your progress, what you've been working on, what's next, keeping it all in your head. Even though it might have worked for a good chunk of your life, for your business, you don't want to operate like that. Document somewhere. If you don't know where to start, I wanted to show you all my very first book that came out a couple years ago. I had, like, literally, I could tell that this came out a while ago because the brands that I'm talking about on the back of this in my about, I don't even run anymore. I've rebranded since. But this book is still available. It's on Amazon. It's only available on Amazon. It's called Bombshell of All Trades. It's a business and branding planner, and it has text in here and worksheets. So for every section, it'll tell you what to do, how to navigate it, and then it gives you space to fill it out. So for example, the first section, business fundamentals, there is some content in here on like what this is, what this means, and then there's like worksheets in here for you to map it out. So if you need help with the structure of how to plan for your business, this is still a great book. The only thing that I would change about it today, honestly, is the color scheme, because my branding isn't pink anymore, but it's still great. It's still available for you. And worst case scenario, check out my planner videos on how to construct your own planner. If you are new around here, when you buy planner covers like this, like the Louis Vuitton, or you buy from Notique, the planners come empty. You have to buy all of the stuff for it. And so I have a lot of videos on where I get my inserts and things like that from. So get yourself some kind of planning system, okay? Paper, digital, whatever. So let's talk about money. So if you're a business owner, I'm 1000% sure you have money goals around your business, and you need to have tools to track your coins. In 2022, we are not accepting payments through Cash App, Zelle, and Venmo, okay? Those are meant for personal transactions, like you're giving money to your mama or your friend or somebody else. If you're a business owner, you need to have a payment processor. You need to have your PayPal or Stripe or Square. I know a PayPal and Stripe, they'll even give you the little swipe thingy for your phone where you can swipe credit cards. Like, you want to have that. First of all, you're going to get taxed regardless. Like, trying to bypass taxes by using these tools will get you caught up. It'll also make bookkeeping a nightmare. It'll be hard for you to tell what money came from your friend paying you back and what money came from a customer. Use a tried and true payment system. So the payment system that I use is Stripe. Stripe for me has been the most reliable. I haven't had any issues. It makes bookkeeping a breeze. You can create quick checkout forms. Like, everything I need to do in Stripe is there, and it also connects to other tools. So for example, if I use a tool to send invoicing or to make checkout forms, I can connect it to Stripe so that my money is always going through one place. I do also use PayPal, but I don't use it that often. I prefer to only use PayPal for lower price things like my courses. Anything that's under like $300, I'll use PayPal as an option because I know that it is accessible and easy to like use. But I do find personally that accounting with PayPal is a nightmare. I hate the way their spreadsheets look when you download all of your activities, like what went out, what went in. I hate how it looks. It's an accounting nightmare. So I prefer Stripe. So that's what I use. And both are free to set up. They both charge a transaction fee on every purchase, which is why people tend to want to use a Cash App or a Zelle. But the transaction fees are tax write-offs, y'all. So you will get the money back, right? Don't pass those fees to the customer. I know in the moment it can be really annoying. Trust me, I get it, because I've had somebody give me $1,000 and then I had to pay $30 on that transaction fee. I get it in the moment, but when it comes to tax time, you see your tax bills, any write-off you could have, you're going to be grateful for. Trust and believe. And it's just all a part of being a legitimate business, right? So Stripe is what I use for payments and tracking that, right? So I get emails from Stripe every day telling me what happened yesterday, how many new customers, how many total customers, and how much money came in. The second money tool I use is Quickbooks. So Quickbooks is the accounting software I use. It was recommended to me by my accountant, and we have not had any problems with it. Quickbooks will connect to your business bank account and to whatever payment tool systems you use, your Stripe, whatever else, and it will automatically classify your revenue and expenses, right? I still recommend, because my accountant does this, going in and just reviewing everything manually to make sure it's classified correctly. But if you do this on a monthly basis, it will actually make it easier to pull your profit and loss statements, your overall annual statements, and it'll make taxes so much easier because it'll already have everything in the right category for your taxes. So if you want to try QuickBooks, I do have a referral link down in the description box. I can't remember if it'll get you a free trial or a discount, but check it out. I pay for my QuickBooks. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it's a system I've been using for about 1.5 years now, and I have no intentions of switching. So try QuickBooks and let me know what you think. The next tool that I like to use is an online project management system. The system I use is called Clickup, and Clickup honestly took me a while to fall in love with and learn, because I did feel like there was a learning curve. But honestly, all of the tools that I feel like have been a game changer in my life all had learning curves. So I switched from Trello to Clickup, and I have not looked back. So some of the things I like to use Clickup for: managing larger projects that I own, like any launches or just multi-step projects. I use it to manage my team, keep up with their projects, communicate with them. Clickup has an instant chat feature, which is amazing. I use it to track my content calendar, my marketing. I track my clients. I track my leads. I track anything that can be tracked. I track in Clickup. Clickup also integrates with Google, so I can actually see my spreadsheets. I can pick which ones I want to see and see them right within project dashboards. I can make project dashboards where I could see some of my to-do lists, my spreadsheets, my notes all in one place. It has a note-taking system where, like, a Google Docs built right in. It's crazy how much this tool can do and how well everything integrates so that everything is organized. It's not just a bunch of stuff in random places, but everything is really, really organized. So ClickUp, and they're always adding new features. They just added a new whiteboarding feature. I can't wait to see what's to come, but I love the automation that's available within ClickUp, because immediately, for example, when I'm creating my content calendar, and let's say I'm brainstorming YouTube videos, and I put an idea for a video and I move that from idea to in the works, it will automatically, because of the automations I set up within ClickUp, it will automatically now create a task on my social media calendar to promote that YouTube video, to create a task for my admin, to go and edit the graphics. Like, it'll do all of these things automatically because I have a workflow set up for that. So Clickup, top notch, not sponsored. I pay for my subscription, like everybody else, but it's one of a kind. The next tool I want to talk about is Creator Studio. And Creator Studio is right now a free tool available through Facebook and Instagram to schedule your social media content on those two platforms. You can see your analytics on those platforms. You can manage your DMs. You can categorize your conversations. You can do post test for both platforms through there. And of course, you can manage your ads if you're running any. I've used a ton of social media scheduling platforms. I've tried Planoly, I've tried Social Bee, I've tried Later, I've tried a couple different ones, and I always go back to Creator Studio. At least for Facebook and Instagram, I just get the best results when it comes to reach and engagement when I use their native tool. And Creator Studio does have an app, but I prefer to use it on desktop. So if you just type into your Google search bar like Facebook Creator Studio, it will come up. You log in, integrate all of your accounts, and if you manage multiple Facebook accounts and multiple Instagram accounts, you'll be able to see them all in one place. Let me know down in the comments. I'm very curious. What social media management tool do you use? Like, whenever we give recommendations, we're just saying this is what I use, because people always want to know what it is that I use. But I'm never going to say you have to do what I do. Even I tell my clients, I'm like, you don't have to use what I use. I'm just being forthcoming about my personal experiences. So for me, Creator Studio has been great for Facebook and Instagram. And then for Twitter and LinkedIn, I still use Social Bee for that. I do really like Social Bee. I just didn't feel like it gave me the right engagement for the other tools that I use. But share with me, what are you actually using? If you're watching on YouTube, what tools are you actually using to manage your social media? The next two tools I want to talk to you about are from Google. So Google Workspace and Google Analytics. Let's start with analytics, okay? So when we're thinking about tracking our goals around marketing and client acquisition, we have to look at our website traffic. We have to understand how many clicks we're getting to our web pages, our sales pages, our bounce rates, our click-through rates. All of these things are going to be so important for your marketing. Sometimes we make the mistake of assuming our whole marketing campaign was a fail, when in real life you might have been marketing a broken link, or the buttons to check out or apply didn't work on the sales page, or the page was just poorly formatted for mobile view. All of these things can impact your sales, but if we don't dig deep enough, we won't see that and we won't understand. Google Analytics is still free to set up. Take the time, obviously, to learn how to use it. There are tons of free videos on YouTube. Google has an entire free course. It's actually a course series on Google Analytics. You can even get certified in Google Analytics for free through Google. Highly recommend checking that out. But Google Analytics is your friend, and it can be installed on any website or any landing page tool like a lead pages or anything like that. You need that. And then Google Workspace is formerly known as G Suite. That's your Google email, your Drive, your calendar. But that's what Gmail is basically called when you pay for it. So when you have a custom email that's, your name at yourdomain.com, you get Google Workspace. And again, it's just really nice to have a business email separate from my personal email. My personal email is for my Victoria's Secret coupons, right? And all of that. But my business email, my business calendar, my business drive, that is all for all things on working on my business and keeping things going. Especially Google Drive, because we have a lot of spreadsheets for things that our PM tool cannot track. We have dedicated folders for every single thing. This is where we keep all of our historical records and documents. You want to have something separate for your business, okay? I can't recall the cost off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's no more than $5 or $6 a month to go ahead and get started. So sign up, okay? I have a referral link in the description box to get you signed up, and you can take advantage of a discount if you so choose to use it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to go deeper into planning for your business and keeping your goals on track, one, make sure to check out the other videos on my channel around that, and also episodes on my podcast around that. But two, I recently hosted a 2022 planning class called Ascension, your 2022 game plan. While that class has already occurred, if you are interested in buying enjoying the replay, I will have a link down in the description box for you, along with a special code to get you a couple dollars off for being a subscriber of mine, because I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, you're welcome to comment them down below. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll talk to you all next time.